Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Aham Padarthaya Shivaya Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Matre Namaha. Ya Maya Madhukaidapa Pramadini, Ya Magishonmolini, Ya Dhumrekshana Chandamunda Madini, Ya Raktabijashini, Ya Sashumban Shumbatarbadalini, Ya Siddha Lakshmi Para, Swachanti Navakodi Murti Sigida, Mampadi Vishveshwari. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. ॐ सकना भवतु सकनो पुनक्तु सकवीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ओम्. Om Aingara Hrinkara Ragasya Yukta Shrinkara Gudartha Mahavibhutya Omkara Marma Pradibadinibhyam Namo Namah Shri Guru Padukabhyam Bindu Trikona Vashikona Dashara Yugna Manvashanagadala Samyuta Shodasharam Rudratrayam Cha Dharani Tadinatrayam Cha Sri Chakrametat Udidam Paradevatayah Bhumoskalita Padanam Bhumireva Valampanam Tvaijada Apradanam Tumeva Sharanam Shive. Namaskaram. By the grace of the Parambika, we are able to sustain our interest in contemplating the profound meanings of Soundaryalahari, which is both a mantra as well as an upasana tantra. So we saw the 19 verses so far. In the last two verses, 18 and 19, the 15, 16, 17 were praying for Jnana Shakti. Therefore, Mahasaraswati was worshipped as Sadguna Pradayini. Then in the 18 and 19, Ichcha Shakti and Kriya Shakti, by worshipping the Kamaraja Kutam and Shakti Kutam of Ambal, in which it was alluded to us that by having the bhavana, bhavana means enacting as if it is happening to you. The bhavana being that you see the very embodiment of Ishwari in you. Deho Devaleha. So the bhavana is in the 19th verse that Ambal's face is your face, Ambal's breast is your breast, and so on and so forth. We have brought the avahanam, means the superimposition of Ambal on Vastula Sariram itself. So that bhavana is very important. That bhavana, that bhavati. But is it right to bring in an imagination where you are, I am a sinful person, I consider myself to be of lower quality in nature, I have bad thoughts, how can I bring Ishwari to be in my form? This is a very natural question to ask. That's fair enough. That's why these reverends have made all the Dvaita Sampradayas like Saivam, Vaishnavam, Shaktam, all those, every religion, therefore considers God is unapproachable somewhere in the supreme world, and we can never be at one with God. We will be a dasan for the God. We worship Him out of His mercy and compassion. He or she grants us what we need, and a life will be perpetually like that. Therefore, your moksham is, your liberation is to be the Nitya Suri, or the permanently surrender to the God in some world, in some form, which itself is a very profound and beautiful idea, because it makes you to look up to the God and worship him or her with great divinity. But that cannot be the absolute truth. Because if you are perpetually a disciple, a dasa of God, so beautiful the idea it is, you're still not free. Absolute freedom from everything, including a supervising Lord over your head. This is such a very daring idea, but it is the basic truth of Advaita. So the God is none other than you when you understand your true nature. A little drop of oceanic water is not an ocean. It is a sea water, all right, but it is not ocean. But when that little bubble in your hand merges with this sea, the wave, the foam, and the water, everything is one and the same, is it not? So that is the idea that you need to capture. That is the ultimate freedom. The freedom is when you lose your notional identity of who you really are. So for that, while jnanam is very important, the bhavana is equally important. So it is absolutely no problem, no matter how good, bad I am. At the time of upasana, I can imagine within me is the God. Imagine the God's form is in my heart. Imagine my whole body becomes the God I am worshipping. An example will clarify any doubt in this you have. If a place is dirty, that is where you need to put a high pressure jet wash. And the place is dark, that is where you should bring the light. Light and darkness is diametrically opposite. But to very room that has got full of darkness, you need to bring a light to make it bright. Same way, even if you have this thought that I am a loafer, I am a sinner, all the more reason you should bring God into your heart. Of course, we are going to see in Vedanta that even the very thought that I am a sinner is as arrogant as I am a virtuous person. I am rich and famous. I am the supreme intelligent. All that statements, how they show your pride, vain pride. So is when you say, I am nobody. I am a poor man. I know nothing. Sometimes we think we say out of humility. No. It is also an abhimanam, not a aggressive ahankaram, but it may be submissive, but still an abhimanam, because you think you are your ignorance. Like a man thinks, I am knowing all, where he thinks he is his knowledge. When you say, I don't know anything, you also have an abhimanam. So you should never say, I don't know or I know. Whatever is fine. So, okay, I'm just sidetracked. So the bhavana is important. So this is what is stressed again in this mantra. In 20, we are going to see. Like 18, 19, 15, 16, 17 is Sarasvata Prayogam, Prajnana Shakti. 18, 19 is Madana Prayogam, Manmada Prayogam. We saw that. But this 19, the 20th, we'll see what it is. It is called Garuḍa Prayogam. Garuḍan means Garuḍan. Garuḍan is a Pakshi Raja, the king of birds. It is, Prayoga means the application of it. It is, this verse is a medicine. This verse is an instrument to apply and gain the power of Garuda, the king of birds. Let's read this and then get the word meaning and look at the profound understanding. kirantīmaṅgēbhyaḥ kiraṇa-nikurambāmr hṛdi tvāmādhattē himakara-śilā-mūrtimiva sarpāṇāṁ darpaṁ śamayati ṣakuntādhipa jvarapluṣṭān ṣṭyā sukhayati sudhā-dhāra-śirayā kirantīmaṅgēbhyaḥ kiraṇa-nikurambāmr kiraṇa-nikurambāmr. Amṛta-rasaṃ comes in nikurambāmr. hṛdi tvāmādhattē himakara-śilā-mūrtim ivayah sarpāṇāṁ darpaṁ şamayati śakuntādhipa jvarapluṣṭān ṣṭyā sukhayati sudhā-dhāra-śirayā. See, this mantra, in this we are going to have the bhavana of Mragadampa, the Parampika, to be cool, healing, very mellowing, moon-like color. Her body is glowing with the nectar flowing from the body. The bestowing grace of light, the effulgence, is like a moonlight which calms you down, which is cool. Now, when you look at the Ambad with that moist body, with that amritam oozing out, with the glorious luminous lights of grace coming out, now you take that Ambal's bhavam within you. Now you think you are cool. Your body is cool, your mind is cool. All your tvāms have gone. Your body is glowing with that kind of a nectarous glow. Now, this is the bhavana. You need to take it. So, aṅgebhyaḥ kiraṇa-nikuramba amṛta-rasaṃ. Anga means the body. Aṅgebhyaḥ, in all the body parts, there is an effulgence, there is a rays of light coming out. Kiraṇa-nikuramba. Nikuramba means multitude. Kirana means the rays, the multitude of rays coming out of this body, pouring amṛta-rasaṃ. It is oozing out the elixir, the heavenly juice by drinking which you become immortal. So that is a kind of a superlative given here. Kirantīm. So the flow is coming through. So that is a form. Tvām. Yaha himakara-śilā-mūrtimiva. Hima means snow. Himakara-śilā-mūrtim. This is like a snow-like, moon-like, moonstone-like. Mūrtim. Iva means like. So with the body of a moonstone, moonstone is always coolness oozing, moonlight illuminating a stone, gem. So like that, whoever, hṛdi ādhatte. Hṛdi ādhatte means who is thinking deeply in hṛdayam. Hṛdayam means your deepest heart, not your physical heart, your thought, where you abide yourself. So in the heart of heart, you think of it. See, here the upasana lakshanam is coming here. Upasana, see, when you go to the temple, you pray, and then you have a Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lalita Sahasranamam, you do a Parayanam. Parayanam means reciting this verse. Maybe 1 time, 2 times, you do that. Then you take up a particular nama, a name, or a divine mantra. If you have guru, and the guru has given you the mantra, and you take the mantra and you do the japam or dhyanam. That means you are not repeating a large sloga, but you're repeating a short mantra or a short name. Rama, 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 Rama. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Gayatri mantrams. Shri Madre Namaha. Whatever. And when you recite it, idea is the words gives you meaning. And when you are reciting so many words, so much of meaning comes in. Along with the meaning, the imagery comes in, mind plays the trick, and then you move around all the places. But if I don't have such elaborate names to do the parayana, but just one name, then I don't have scope for too many thoughts to scatter. Rama, 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 Rama. I say that. Or Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. But even then, sometimes Rama's face comes in, that's nice. Then Sita comes in, then Anjaneya comes in. Then you imagine the Ramayana movie you saw, and during the movie, how you ate the popcorns and played with your children. See, wherever there is artham, artha-bhavam, the mind can very easily take you away from this past. That's why when you reach that level of thinking, for japam, the gurus give you a bija mantra. Om, Klim, Hrim. What imagery you can have? What artham you can bring it? No. Because those sounds are all resonating with the greatest vibe with the venerable acharyas. It's been powered so much. So when you take that energy capsule, you become energetic. Therefore, there is no artha-prasam. There's no, only shabdam is there. So it is allowing you to do the meditation easily. That's why normally the people don't give you this mantra upasana. But somebody will come and say, look, I tried, but every time I sit down, do a dhyanam, I can't focus. Everything comes into my mind. I can't focus. Therefore, I don't do it. No. The very reason many things comes in there, and you are able to say it. That means you are doing the dhyanam. That is upasana. Upasana means you are fighting your mind. In a way, you are ignoring the mind, much better word, no matter what the mind showed to you, and you become detached from it so that you can get a highest seat in the place. Upasana. Upa means high, supreme. You can take a supreme seat. Upa also means near to God. So that means, is it okay if I do the dhyanam and my mind is not concentrating? Yes. The mind is not concentrating. What do? You try to control it. You tell to yourself, no, mind, don't go there. Don't think of the pub now. Not about the tennis game now. Football match is at 6 o'clock. I need to go and watch it. All these thoughts when comes to you, don't engage it. What do you mean don't engage it? Like you watch a movie. When you watch a movie, you are not the director, producer, actor. You are just witnessing it. Well, sometimes you get moved by the story. You laugh and you cry. It's okay, but that's a little affliction. But you are completely out of it because it's all just a drama. Same way, when you sit down, you watch your breathing. When you watch your breathing, which you never watched so far in your life, quietly, when you sit down and watch, the breathing starts slowing down. And when it is slow breathing, you only have to put an effort to have a deep, long breath. Same way, the mind is jumping up and down, showing you lots of imagery. You just watch it. Don't go by the thought. When I say Rama, 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 then my cousin Rama's name comes in. He's in Mumbai. Then we went to Juhu Beach. That's a thought. Let the thought come. Doesn't matter. Let you not go along with the thought. Just watch the thought. Then the mind also becomes shy. This imageries, this past experiences or hallucinations, everything will go down slowly but surely. And you will attain the peace. Now, this itself requires practice. It looks very easy what I'm saying. But try to sit down quietly in a place. First 1 week, you just sit down for 10 minutes enough. In a posture, whichever is comfortable, a chair or a thing, preferably with your back erect, so that your thoughts will be better controlled. Don't close your eyes. If you close your eyes, you'll sleep. Just look at your nose, half closed, half open eyes. Sit there. Don't need have any mantra, sit there. If you are able to sit for 10 minutes without sleeping, you are at the right stage. Then next time when you sit down like that, start breathing long and slow. That's it. No mantras, nothing. Do that for a week. Now you are able to sit down 10 minutes, long and shallow, long and soft breathing you do without sleeping. If you're able to do that, that means you are fit to be taking up upasana or japa. That means upasana japa is not that you should know some esoteric knowledge about mantras and all that. No. That means you must be prepared that you are the right person to enter upasana. That means I can be away from the mind and the clutter of it. Now, once you've done that, now this stotram tells you, now you can do upasana. Let the upasana be on the Ambal who is like Amrtavarshini. Now you are allowed, now mind is uncluttered now. Now you bring into the mind this beautiful form of the deity, moon-like body, golden rays all over the place, nectar is flowing, cooling, healing. Now you focus on that. Then you start taking that focus on your body itself, because that Ambal that you're worshipping is none other than my Atma. Therefore, I am that Ambal. That experience, not any arrogance. You're not going to do a bragging right that when I do dhyana, Ambal comes to me, That's not the idea. The idea is it's your own pratyekam. Even though I say that to you, it is your experience. Don't ever share your experience to others. Just keep it yourself. Just do, and then Ambal's there. Now I got the golden crowns. This is the first part of this mantra. So what happened to him? Saha śakuntādhipa sarpāṇāṁ darpaṁ ṣamayati. Saha, he, what does he achieve? Śakuntādhipa. Śakuntam means, Śakunta is a bird. Any kinds of bird. Śakunta. Śakuntādhi means among all birds, adhipaka. Śakuntādhipati means the king of the birds. It is the golden eagle, the Garuḍa. Garuḍa. So Garuḍa is a very auspicious bird, and it's got a very Puranic and scriptural impact. Garuḍa Puranam is there. Garuḍa Puranam talks about how the jiva travels after the death. Garuḍa Upanishad is Upanishad there in the name of Garuḍa. Garuḍa is considered to be like, healer who protect you from diseases and death and fear. He brings nectar, in the Garuḍa story. I don't want to go into stories, but Garuḍa in the Kashyapa Rishi lineage is, so the cousins, Garuḍa is cousins are the Nagarajas, Adiseshas and Karkodakas and Vashukis. So it's a big story. So, but Garuḍa, in that story, Garuḍa brings the nectar to release his mother from the gods. So Garuḍa brings in Aushatam, medicine, Amrtam, the immortality, tonic, dukkha nivaranam, and all that is that. So he says, like the Garudan, what he is able to do, sarpāṇāṁ darpaṁ. Sarpa means snake. The snake, what does it do? It has got a poison. And it has got the fearful look, even though it's elegant to watch its move. But look at it, it's very fearful, fear-causing, awe-inspiring in one sense, but fearsome. And because you are afraid, it just takes its food and then just gently roam around with an arrogance of its power to bite you, to sting you. But the moment Garudan comes in there, he completely put his head down, hide inside the cave. So like that, when you have this dhyana with Ambal, Ambal's grace comes upon to you as the power of Garuda. So you will be able to healed by all this. By what? Sudhā-dhāra-śirayā, with nectar flowing, śtyā, with your look, jvarapluṣṭān sukhayati. So you are able to heal even others from this poison and from this jvaram and all the kind of stuff. So you become a grace-bestowing person. By your look at it, everybody gets cured from the diseases and the problems. So here, I think lots of meaning. So normally, jvaram means in Sanskrit, it's a fever. It's a symptom. Jvaram, when you have jvaram, you will have temperature goes up. You can't, your weakness comes in. So all that is because the system is fighting and there is something that is wrong in you. A poison has gone inside you. Poison could be a bacteria or a viral, anything, whatever, which destabilizes your body. Therefore, the jvaram comes in. You try to fight it, but the jvaram will make you weak and eventually we die. So we need a cure. What he says in this mantra, if you do this for many, many times with shraddha, and if you want that power, the power comes to you so that you are able to heal yourself from this poisons in your body becomes pure, jvaram goes away. But also as a graceful person, by your look, you are able to heal others around you. So you become a sukhasthanam for everybody else. So this is what the meaning of this shloka. So, of course, there is a lot of ways to uchcharanam. See, when you recite it, it's normal prarthana. But uchcharana means you say it in so many ways, in so many times, in so many methods, with so many naivedyams and all that. To attain the siddhi, you can do that. So this is the kamya palam. But in these days and universe, in this modern time, when the insect bite, do you go to a healer? No, you take a medicine, right? So it doesn't really hit the card, right? But this is once upon a time. This itself is a great boon. But the point is, even in every simple-looking verse, there's a tattvartham there. Tattvartham is what? In the Lalita Sakashanama, we have Roka Parvata Dambolir, Mrityutari, Kutarika, Roka Parvata Dambohi. Rogam means disease. Roga Parvadam means the disease are like a mountain. My sins have accumulated so many diseases that I have to go through physically and mentally. They are piled up like a mountain, and they come and little losses come to me. But to destroy that, Damboli means it is a vajraidam. It is a big axe. Ambal's name comes as an axe to uproot this mountain of rogas. Mrityudhāra kutarika. Dharu means a tree. Mrityudhāra means the tree of death. It's a death anyway. So this Ambal's name comes and cut this tree. It doesn't mean your body is not going to die, but you are free before the death because you are not really worried about this body anymore. You understand that you never die. You are always eternally existing. So that is Mrityunjaya. So you will achieve that. Even in the Devi Bhagavatam, Devi Mahatmyam, when we read, there are some important mantras you learn, right? Rogan, Aseshan, Agamam Siddhushta, Ushtadu Kaman, Sakalan Abhishtan, tvām Naranam, tvām ashridām prayanti rohan naseshan. See, when Ambal is pleased, you are free of all diseases. When Ambal is displeased, you are frustrated in the worldly desires. But you take a refuge in Ambal, everything goes away, all the beef goes away. You know, Durge samruddha harasipidi ashish janto swaste samruddha matimativa shubham dadasi daritriya dukkabaya harini ka tvadanya sharvopakara karanaya sadatashita daritriya dukkabaya harini. She removes all your fears, all your diseases. That means you get the capacity to cope. See, if you don't cope with this, you can't heal it. Doctor said, GP told me that my blood pressure gone up. Then you come home and say, my blood pressure gone up. You don't sleep. You think about it all the time. You are infusing more anxiety to your bloodstream. Blood pressure just goes up further and further and further. The first thing for a cure is to accepting what has come. You don't accept things. Oh, for me this happened. For you this happened. Why not? The moment you accept it, the anxiety goes away, half the cure is done. So Ambal grants you the acceptance stage first. Then she gives you the jnanam to withstand and detach from this. And of course, if the prarabdha karma allows, Ambal even reverse this process. The cancer goes away, diabetes goes away. But that is a miracle for you. But Ambal wants it to happen. So this is what it is. When you look at it very physically, that's what it is. But the snake and the Garudan, snake is the mind. It withers, it just goes and withers. Attractive, elusive, venomous. Sometimes gives you happiness, sometimes makes you sad. So mind is a snake. Sarpāṇāṁ darpaṁ. The arrogance of mind is your ego. So when the ego, so I did this, I know everything. Or equally, I don't know anything. That's also I'm saying. You have to be like a child, just be simple as that. Don't assume anything. So this makutam that you put to yourself, that I am so and so, that egoity makes you full of pride, like a sarpam that walking with his hood raised. People just go away. Oh, don't go to the person. He's a very arrogant person. He will sting you. That's what it means. That is not good for you, right? But what happens when you do the dhyanam to Ambal, your snakehood, your hood of pride just goes down. How does it go down? What is the reasoning for that? Of course, it's a miracle of Ambal, but the reasoning part is because when you do the dhyanam and when you are filling your heart with Ambal's face, Ambal's body, Ambal's light completely in your heart, you can put something in a box when it completely, only when the box is empty. So before you bring in Ambal into your mind and do the upasana, what have you done? You have slowly but surely expelled all your bad thoughts. You are watching. Expelling doesn't mean you don't think, but you don't want the thinking. You disown the mind. Like you disown the body when you sleep. The mind be disowned. If it is making a lot of noise, let it be. You don't care. You detach. You have no identity with the mind. When you don't have identity with the mind, you don't have identity for yourself. The I, the non, aham, comes, it's a thought, isn't it? Aham vritti. The thought comes from your mind. But when I say, I am only observing the mind as if I'm watching a movie, I am a witness. The mind is the action place for some weird thoughts. That means I disown the mind. That means I am completely empty inside. Therefore, I can fill up the Ambal inside. That's why Ambal comes in. God does not come into the heart which hasn't lost this notional self-identity, which is completely wrong. It is okay to say in the transaction world, when you call me, hey Raja, I can turn back, I can say the Raja is a name to me, I can take that. That much is fine. But when you do Adhyatmi Vidya, where I don't have a transactional world, I'm not surviving here, I'm surpassing all this, then there is no notion of I. Aham Brahma. That becomes a Brahma Vidya. So this is the whole Shaktam, all religion, all schools of thought, all shlokas take you to this narrowest path to a toll gate. Once you come to the path, there is only one way. To come to that junction, you can come with so many ways. Bhakti Yogam, Jnana Yogam, Karma Yogam, social service. I can be an atheist, don't go to temple, but I do good things in life. You will also come there. Everybody will come to that narrow gate. That's a toll gate. The toll will be you giving away your ego. That means you have asked the question, who am I? The moment you ask the question, who am I? And I am not this body, mind, intellect complex. Therefore, I want to know who I am, the truth about myself. Then the toll gate opens. You walk in this wonderful path, which always ascends. Once the gate is open, there is no fall for you anymore. Then you trail this path, a lonely path, but it is completely blissful path. And along the journey, you realize your truth, then you are eternally free. Now, so this is every shloka that we read, you must always think about it. Everything you do in life, am I going to reach the toll gate or not? Okay, I'm making money. I'm going to put some charity. I'm going to buy a house. I want to get my daughter get married. All this transaction I do, but in the heart of heart, am I doing in such a way I am progressing towards that singular path of redemption, independence, freedom? So the sarpam is the mind and the Garudan is the Atma Jnanam. So Garuda is not just a bird, śakuntādhipa. So Shakuntala, Shakuntala is called Shakuntala because she was guided by birds. She's grown by the birds. Anyway, so there are so many birds, little birds come there. You do this punya, you do this rutra jabam, you will get this putra kameshtiyagam, putra you will get. All this is fine. But the Garuda comes in. Garuda comes in with the nectar, amṛtam. Amṛtam is Atma Jnanam. And when you drink the Atma Jnanam, everything goes through. So this is the Vedantic way of this mantra. Even yogic way. I did not say this morning in the Tamil class, but it doesn't matter. In the yogic way, the Kundalini Shakti that we say, the Kundalini Shakti is a Shakti which is coiled like a snake. Remember that? In your Mūladhara chakra. That is the power. All your power to will, power to think, power to speak, power to do, power to experience anything is because you have the Kundalini Shakti in you. It shows a little bit of its brightness in the Mooladharam and Swadhisthānam. Swadhisthānam means its own place. So the snake goes there a little bit and goes back to Mooladharam. So we get energized and we do whatever we do. But when you don't have the Atma Jnanam, the snake Kundalini becomes a venomous snake which gives you so much of power in the wrong directions. It lost control. Then what do you have to do? Like when the Garuḍan flies from the sky, the serpent which is with the hood open and looking at you aggressively, what does it do? Immediately it puts the head down and then whittle around in a straight path and finds a hole and hides there. Same way, when the Atma Jnanam comes in, the Kundalini Shakti that arousal that is giving you so much of anxious energy, ecstasy that you are uncontrollable energy, which you are spending in so many ways, so many bad ways, everything is settled down. It goes quickly to the spinal cord and it goes in a narrow little path, the Sushumna Nadi. It goes in there completely humbled and goes to his resting place in Sahasraram. So yogis see this mantra as the mantra. When you do the dhyanam with this, the Kundalini Shakti's arousal, the aroganam is so smooth and cooling. Your body becomes cool like a moon. Your sweat becomes a amṛtam like that. And then physically your intensity is calmed down, nice. Mentally you are sedated, absolutely blissful. And intellectually you are so bright, completely aware. That is what the yogis take. So yogis see Kundalini as a Sharpa and Atma Jnanam as a Garuda. In Upasana Marga, we see that mind as a Sarpa and the Jnanam as the Garuda. In the physical aspect of it, we attain a mystic power of healing all the poisonous things. That means we need a very beautiful life. Our health will be better, Then won't have the karmas? Yeah, karma may come. Some disease may come, but you are able to withstand it and surpass it. So that is the purpose of this mantra. So we will finish with this one. kirantīmaṅgēbhyaḥ kiraṇa-nikurambāmr hṛdi tvāmādhattē himakara-śilā-mūrtimiva sarpāṇāṁ darpaṁ şamayati śakuntādhipa jvarapluṣṭān ṣṭyā sukhayati sudhā-dhāra-śirayā. Om asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityoma amṛtam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.